What's up, guys? So we're gonna do a quick little recipe now. My most requested recipe this week was my pancake in a bowl, basically. So it is honestly easy. It's not as hard as you would think it is. You use your favorite, pancake mix. Now, it depends on your macro goals. It depends on what you're trying to do. Like for an example, this is 210 calories. It is 32 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein. The Kodiak one is a little bit less in calories. This one is going to be 180, 13 grams of protein, 29 grams of carbs. This versus 32 grams of carbs. So it depends on what your daily goal is for your macros. Now, my trick is to add more protein to it, either with egg whites, an egg, or obviously some protein powder. Now, depending on what you're trying to do, how you like your pancakes, that's how you set it up. So obviously you could use, syrup. You could do PB Fit as your sauce, as your topper. Or what I like to do is I make protein sauce. So I'll take a little bit of protein. I'll put maybe like 15, 17 grams of the protein, put a little bit of water, add a little bit more until it becomes a sauce consistency, and then I'll drizzle it on to the bowl. Now, the trick is to put it in the microwave in increments. Minute, 30 seconds to another 30 seconds, or 30, 30, 30, 30. What works for me, I feel, is the minute, then another 30, then another 30. And then you can literally put what you like on top of it. So frozen berry mix. This is blueberries, strawberries, and banana. I have half a banana in here. I have more bananas there. Or you can put your berries. So it just depends on what you like to put in the bowl after. You can put it in with it so it mixes up in there and it melts the frozen berries. So we're just gonna make it today. I'm gonna probably use the Kodiak because it is lower in calories, less carbs. I want to spread out my carbs throughout the day today because I'm gonna start my cut on Monday. So I want to get even amounts of macros throughout my day. This one's almost out as well, and we have a lot more of this one. This one's a chocolate chip. So I'll probably be using a chocolate peanut butter protein. I'm going to go grab that now. I'm going to use my Redcon 1 isotope peanut butter chocolate. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to measure this out. So definitely use a scale or use a cup measure. Very simple, all right? So let's get this on and popping. First thing you want to do is you want to grease up your bowl. I'm going to use, I can't believe it's not butter spray because I don't have any other greaser or, avocado oil or anything like that. We don't really keep the spray, so I'm going to have to re-up on some of that. All right, as you can see, one serving is going to be 50 grams. So we're going to add 50 grams to the bowl. And like I said, you can put as much as you want on here. I am on a cut still, so I have to get everything precise. So we're going to get 50 in there. Oh, 53. So I'll put the last 4 grams back in the bag. There we go. We're at 50. Now to grab either a protein powder, add it in there. You can add it after. It doesn't matter what you want to do. I'm going to actually get my, like I said, my Redcon 1 peanut butter chocolate. So let me go grab that. It's in the other room. All right, next is going to be a scoop of protein. I'm using isotope from Redcon 1. This is their chocolate peanut butter. This is literally one of my favorite flavors. One scoop is 34 grams. We're going to shoot for 34 to 40. So let's just pop that on there. 30. Get a little bit more. Don't need 2 scoops. So we're just going to sprinkle that. 40, take away, 38, I want 40, so we're gonna get it up to 40, come on, 40, bam. Now, if you guys are interested into this flavor, I've literally had this thing for a while. This is an 8-pounder, no, 5, my bad, this is a 5-pounder. I've had it for quite a few months, literally during my first prep. Get yourself a code, 20% off. Esco Fit will get you 20% off your order. You can stack that on any of their actual codes that they got going on now. Now what you want to do is just mix the dry ingredients together, and then we'll get ready to add in the water or the milk, the Fairlife, whatever you want to add in protein. You can literally add a protein shake to this as well. I'm going to put a pinch of salt after I'm done mixing all this stuff up. All right, so this recipe calls for 3/4 cup of water or milk or whatever you want to use. I'm almost at, or I believe I'm at 40 grams of carbs already of protein, so I don't need to add any more protein in here. So I'm not going to do any egg whites, and your goal is to literally just mix it all around. You can use a beater, one of these, whatever you want to use. I'm just going to use a spoon because it's already dirty. All right, so we're going to go in the microwave. I got the clumps out as best as I could. We're going to do 1 minute, and then we'll do a couple 30 seconds, then another 30 seconds until we see that it is nice and looks like a pancake. Basically, you know, the consistency that we want. All right, so that's the first minute. Now we're going to go ahead and hit it with another 30 seconds if it wants to work. 30 seconds. All right, so now you see it's still a little not cooked there, but the rest is pretty much getting there. I'm going to take the berries that I want to do. So I did 75 grams of berries. I'm going to throw that all on top. Spread it out a little bit. That way it still cooks. And I'm going to take some cinnamon. I'm going to throw that right on there. And now I'm going to put it in there for another 30 seconds. So you just got to check on it. I'm going to do another 30 seconds and it should be done right after that. But the berries are mixing into there, so it'll be a little bit moist and a little bit wet. And then for my drizzle on top of the pancakes, I'm going to literally just put PB Fit. I have exactly 16 grams right here, as you can see. And I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon in there. Add a little bit of water as I go to get that consistency as I want. And then bam, we'll be done. There you go. Now it is perfect. The berries have melted down a bit. So what we're going to now do is just hit it with a little bit of this. And that is it. That is it. Just very little bit. But that's me. I'm on prep, not you. We're mixing the PB2 with cinnamon. As I add, like I said, add a little water and mixy. So this is basically the consistency you want. It can be thicker for you, whatever you feel. So last but not least, we're just gonna drizzle it. Yeah, all over it. And bam, there you have it, guys. We're literally all done. I'm gonna put that there. But pancake in a bowl, add syrup, whatever you want. You can do this with protein powder. You can do this with any fruit, any kind of syrup that you want. But this hits my macros on point. It's about maybe 50 grams of carbs. No, 45 grams of carbs, 50 grams of protein, and like 5 grams of actual fat. Yeah, here you go. Not that hard, and like when I say you're gonna love this, it's just quicker and it's easy, less of a mess.